Alright,
Hey,
how does this thing work?
just means
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about much.
Full screen.
There you go. All you have to do now is sit back, relax, and enjoy watching and having some
Yeah.
laughs.
Be interesting. That's real.
It'll be like the first time you handed the reins over to me, mate, and I was trying to drive it
Yeah,
myself.
shit.
Oh, good. Oh, a couple of minutes. So I might as well let it roll on in, and then we can have a quick yarn before it goes onto the grid.
Yeah, this is truly weird.
Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Allports Gaming, SuperCars NZ. This is round 3 of our GT3s. This is Doug in the broadcasting lounge, and sitting beside me in the hot seat tonight is the one and only Wayne Blaw. How are we going, Wayne?
Yeah, good mate. Damn comfy in here. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers for taking the lead tonight. This will be the first time I've sat back and get to watch the racing, and yeah, it'd be interesting rather than running this crazy system we got normally have it going.
Yeah, that's the one. And of all things this week, you're our week sponsor as well. DSA Building Designs NZers. Would you like to have a quick shout out about your business there, mate?
Yeah, I'm a qualified builder as well as a licensed designer, and yeah, sort of know the trade pretty much since I left school. And yeah, no architectural degrees here, but certainly get building consents all over the country. So yeah, if you need a new house design or a building consent of any shape, form, or fashion, chuck us a message on Facebook. It's good fun.
Wicked. And on screen at the moment is Shane White, fellow commentator, and Ray C of the GT3s in the Sylvan Motorsport DSA entry. So he's got DSA backing on the side of his car there, looking very flash.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. So I'd never met Shane. He was racing in the other league, and he advertised in the New Plymouth buy sell page for somebody to sponsor him on iRacing.
Yep.
And I was scrolling through Facebook and messaged him, and yeah, here we are. So what is it, a year or so later, and he's commentating with us and racing in our league, and all stick it up with DSA all over his car. So yeah,
Awesome.
funny how things evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, round 3 tonight of the GT3s. It's a series that Shane and I have collaborated on together. So we started off in Australia. Rounds 1 and 2 were there, and we've loaded all the planes into the big plane and flown it over to Japan for our first round in Japan at Okayama race circuit. And I can tell the people at home that it is a whopping 3.7 kilometres long, and yeah, features a few twists and turns and a few on and off cambered corners. So it's certainly a track not for the faint-hearted, as simple as the layout would appear to be. You can see there on screen now, it looks like a pretty harmless sort of circuit, but when we go through later on and show you some views from inside the car, you'll be able to see just how some of those corners are actually developed.
Yeah, some of them, like I say off camera and it really catches you. There's one that always gets me. Yeah, I'll have to show you that one a bit later on. Is this part of the Mazda series? When
Yes.
iRacing, when you first start iRacing, you hop in that little
It is.
MX-5.
Yeah, it's one of the
Fun
free
days.
ones.
I'll never forget that. Hilarious. The nerves you get when you're racing against other people, like you don't realise, until you jump into sim and you're actually racing for your own name, which is what you're doing here, and you're racing against people from all over the world, and you're sitting there on the grid and you get those race car nerves. That's it's pretty exhilarating, really. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we are getting towards the end of qualifying now. Just a minute still to go. But the drivers who are on a lap as that ticks over to the 15 minutes will get the chance to finish that lap. And no surprises really that the person currently sitting in first place is so where he is. And fastest lap for him is a 1:28.6, and then Graham Smythe behind him on a 28.7. Now,
So close.
yeah, and then very close behind him in third, Craig Mason with a 28.8. And very, very close to him also on a 28.8 is Dion de Graaf. So there's a lot of pace from the guys up the front. Young Blake Dowdall there in first. He's I think he's about 14 or 15 years old. Races in the Formula First Series. He's won North Island Series Championship, and he's looking at progressing into some Formula Fords in the near future. And so very handy person around the track. And I just saw one of his presents for must have been Christmas Day, maybe, or just a shout from Dad, was a hot lap around Hampton Downs race circuit here in New Zealand in the North Island, with the one and only Greg Murphy behind the wheel of a Lamborghini.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible, wouldn't it? What an opportunity.
Hampton Downs experience, and he said Greg was Greg Murphy had done a very cool thing for him and shown him some wee bits about the circuit where to find faster lines that others might not be using. So he said he felt quite chuffed by that. And just at the end of qualifying, absolutely ripped through it, Dion de Graaf from Simplex.
1:28.48.
Yep, pipped Blake Dowdall's 28.62. So it's if it's going to be any two drivers to watch, it'll be those two. Equally for Graham Smythe and Craig Mason, because these guys are going to turn on a heck of a show, I imagine.
Yeah, 100%. Just sussing out how Dion did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably
Doesn't
wondering
even look
himself.
like he's getting a doesn't even look like he's getting a toe. So well done, Dion.
Yeah,
1:28.48. So
absolute ripper of an effort.
yeah, what do we got? 0 to 1. 8 seconds left in quali. So yeah, this is it. Into it.
Yep, counting down. There it is. It just goes and pulls itself through and puts itself in. And I'm going to click on that one there, and we will bring up this, and we will click on this one here.
Alright, so 35 cars on track in the race tonight here at SuperCars NZ. Massive effort, great turnout. Loving the league and how we're going. It's very, very cool. Cheers,
Yeah.
Doug, on board helping us out, man. It's mean.
I do it for the love of it, mate.
Mean.
I'll let you tick down the first 10, because that's what you usually do.
Yeah, no worries. So, number 1, Team Simblacks, Dion de Graaf. Number 2, Blake Dowdle.
Yep,
Is that the one? Red
that's
Bull
it.
Racing Ferrari. Graham Smythe, third, not on the grid yet. Cruise down to Craig Mason, KRF Racing. Got his spectacular Red Bull helmet and his little logo there. Taylor Mitchell, 5th spot, not on the grid yet. Jonathan Turner, 6th. Michael
Connell.
Connell.
Yeah, new name.
And yeah. Jordan McDonald and Nick Mitchell still to grid, and Shane White in 10th spot. Yeah. So well done, Shane. Hopefully
That's
we got time for you to carry on down.
I'll tick down a
Carry
couple.
on down.
Yeah, Cole Taylor there in 11th with his mate Blake Greenhall there in 12th. Kevin West, another Simblacks entry, there in 13th. Christian Hermansen for Allports joined in late, got a time on the board, 14th. Sam Neal 15th. Scott McKenzie 16th. Jack Gronwald there in 17th. James Ishwood, pretty good quality run for him there, James. Must like the circuit, 18th. Mark Wright, the other Sylvan DSA entry. Shane's teammate in 19th. And James McKenzie rounding out the top 20.
Yeah, Passion Sim Racing.
And yeah, we've still got a few extra names on the board ticking down through the order. Some names to mention: Steve Darren, Marty Mitchell, Matt Gerard, Rydolph Jenkins, Dan Turner, Peter Van de Berg, Bryn Thomas, Bill Kilger, Mike Limbrick, Derek Lovegrove, Gerald Eccleston, and Thomas McCall, giving us all of 32 cars there on circuit.
Yeah, very cool.
As we
Alright, pace cars in.
Yep, it's pulled away, and last night during the practice, Dion was definitely holding up the group on the feature raid rust, but he hasn't done that tonight. As they run on down to the line, and everyone getting out of the last corner and into turn 1, looking few 3 wide, not 2 4s, getting through okay.
Taylor Mitchell looking down the inside there, but didn't make a move, so that was handy.
And no one off in the sand trap just yet. That's cool. Coming down through Moses's there and into Atwood. Nice deep braking zone run down through here. If you can pull it up, it's cool.
Yeah, very tricky hairpin coming up.
Yeah. And it is so affectionately named hairpin, as I just saw Christian Hermansen, Peter Van der Berg, Bryn Thomas.
Yeah, there's a bit of action going on there.
Matt Gerard, so we'll go back and have a look at that later.
Just keep an eye on this first lap and...
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and that looked like Graham Smythe. That was reversing in. How's his re-entry? Bit average. Another car, possibly James Ishwood around there. So you just come by pit lane entry. Dion de Graaf still very much in control of the race here. Blake Dowdle 2nd, Taylor Mitchell's moved into 3rd, Craig Mason holding 4th, Jonathan Turner 5th, Nick Mitchell 6th, Michael Connor 7th, Shane White into 8th, Blake Greenhall there in 9th, and Steve Darren up 12 spots into 10. Ripper there.
Wow, there we go.
Steve, will quickly jump on Steve and have a look at how he's coming down here. Yes, Steve Darren got an interesting livery on the side of his beamer there tonight. Let's see if we can get a bit of a closer shot on that and see what exactly it says. He's going too fast. Bearcat Motorsports. I wonder if his trading paints hasn't quite loaded up. He has had some troubles with that in the past. Here we are at the front. What have we got? Craig Mason putting on a world of pressure to Taylor Mitchell, who's sitting there in 3rd. He was up 2 spots from where he started.
Yeah, certainly really putting the pressure on the jump flex.
Oh, we just had
being
Steve
there.
Darren just showing us crashed. We'll just have a quick look at that. Has he done it himself? Just run wide? Yeah, he has. That's a horrible place to do it too.
And hit the concrete on the way through. Oof.
Yep. Oh, and he's
Back
he
to the pits. Bit of a shame there,
jumped
Steve.
to the pits there on that one. Who's it given us? Blake Dowdle, only 300ths of a second. Who's that? Mark Wright just overtook Michael O'Connell there, or James McKenzie. Possibly have a look at that one, because that looked like it was quite a good move. Oh, yep, so it looks like...
McKenzie getting a bit tangled up there. And
yeah, so nice clean run down the inside there for him. Well, we've got Christian Hermansen here, Allports gaming entry. We'll go back to the start and have a look and see how his crash unfolded at the beginning. Oh, so he's caught himself just coming out of there with cold tyres.
So, and a nasty re-entry, but there was certainly a lot happening in that whole space of time as well.
Another one here, Peter Vanderberg, he's come round, he's tried to avoid it. Is he being clipped in the rear by someone? Oh no, he's...
just pulled out right in front of him, which tangled up the Bill Kilgour side entry, and
this was Matt Gerard. No lift Matt. Yep.
Yeah, and then just lost it as well. So far out.
Yeah, heaps happening.
GT3s,
First one. And this is James that we saw just rotated around and parked it at on the fence, which is a bit of a shame there for James because he was doing so well sitting there in 18th. He's done well to reverse away off the racing line, and that's a super awesome, clean style of racing there.
Yeah, certainly a lot of positions, like 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, big battle here. Marty with James McKenzie. No,
that's a big training cars there.
Sorry, that was battling with Ride-Off. And yeah, there is quite a hefty wee chain up through there. Craig Mason getting ever closer again onto the back of Taylor Mitchell. Jump Flex entry, sponsored MRX. Nice run there out of turn one. How does Taylor defend coming down into the first corner? Late and deep, matching it corner for corner.
Yeah, so battle for third and fourth.
Yep, and here's the two of them here running down. There's first, second, third and fourth. Jonathan Turner there in fifth in the Lamborghini. Nick Mitchell holding solid in sixth. Shane White moved up into seventh spot, up 3. Graham Smythe trying to chase back where he was from earlier.
Yeah, Mark Wright up 7 spots.
And here's
Turner up 10.
Here's the man here, Graham going deep into the hairpin. They're coming through Revolver into Piper. Run down here towards Radman, which is quite a unique sort of braking uphill corner where you've got to be careful because it can suck you round to do a loop as he goes through Hobbs. And up to Mike Knight corner. And
funny, eh?
Yeah, and then this is last corner as he comes for a run down, chasing down Nick Mitchell. I don't think it'll be too long before Graham gets towards him there.
Yeah, down to Graf doing very well to hold off Blake there.
See how Blake does it.
Yeah, you want to jump on board, have a look. Yeah, he's got a good draft.
Just not enough
what
though. That
happens.
Audi's quick.
Yeah.
And just remembering as well, the guys are nearly only 8.5 minutes into a 45-minute race. They've got to take fuel, probably at least twice. Fuel limited to 35% for all cars, meaning that that's the total number that the fuel that the load in the car can take. Dion had a wee bit of a squabble there, and that caused Blake to check up a bit more.
Yeah, nothing major with Scott McKenzie. I just had a quick look at that.
Oh, cool. Yep, saw that
lost
pop up.
by himself there. Yeah.
Here we are from the driver's eye view.
Yeah, Dion doing well to hold him off. That's real, especially when he's got the draft and.
It's good to see Blake doing the same driving that I was doing, with coming back from third into second gear, coming in there through Williams. Keeps the nose of the car just pointed a wee bit more in towards the apex so it doesn't run out wide into the sand. Come out of Atwood Curve for the longest run down the track, probably rivaling the front straight. Dion just showing that he will defend the braking zone into hairpin.
Yeah, I remember a rookie backing out in front of who was it? Darren Lobb, and Darren Lobb was in contention to win the championship.
Oh,
there was a bit of a SuperCars NZ moment there.
I bet.
Yeah.
So interesting here. Wee bit of traffic. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So someone's tried to move off to give them the room, and I believe that's Peter there. Peter Vanderberg, as the guys just go around him. Graham and Nick Mitchell battling it down into
battling alright. Nick, just give him a little tap on the right there.
Yeah, into the first corner. So that's Graham Smythe, moved back up from P10 where he had his earlier crash into fifth spot. So he's certainly not afraid of chewing on those tyres at the moment, so it'll be interesting strategy to see if he, during his pit stop, if he looks at taking any tyres at all.
Yeah.
So his
that
positions.
same corner keeps getting all the cars.
Yeah, it does.
Then Turner crashed.
Yeah,
there.
I just saw his name pop up, so it's good to know that that was that one. So yeah, positions third and fourth, Taylor Mitchell and Craig Mason just picked their way through that lap traffic. And,
Still battling it out hard. Craig's not one to give up, and Taylor's certainly well seasoned iRacer.
Certainly doesn't do it either, no. So on board here with Craig. Good run out of there. Taylor not too bad, but that Merc has got quite a good bit of torque coming out of the corner. Don't think he's going to be bullied into that just yet, Craig. But it's always good to do a few odd things from time to time, just to see if you can get the person in front just to be glancing at that mirrors a little bit, make them wonder what you're going to do.
Throw that car around.
Yeah, and see Craig there just looked like Taylor was going to run a little bit wide, and Craig was very quick to think about it. Obviously saw that he was moving back towards the apex, so opened that wheel back up to get a good entry run. See, there's
Chucking
just
it in, yeah, it's
yeah,
one
and
showing
it has actually caught, it has got Taylor's attention because he was opening that wheel up a little bit, probably broke a little bit too late. Craig's doing it just before that braking point. It's the stuff that catches your attention out the corner of your eye and makes you blink for half a second. So when you're already on the limit of maximum,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
And
when you're already
Graham
on the
Smythe,
limit there of maximum, it makes it really hard to get any more out of the car, as we see Taylor jumping across the curb there through Mike Knight corner, the pit lane entry. Awesome battle there. Sorry, you were about to say about.
oh no, you're right. Carry on.
No,
Yeah, I
you're
was
good.
just saying,
Graham
Graham
Smythe just
Smythe's, yeah. So
on the
she's
charge.
gained a second on Craig. So
Oh yeah. Well, with these
climbing
two,
through, but
with these two continuing to battle it out, as they continue to battle it out, they're probably going to. They're losing that gap margin away from first and second, and they're exposing themselves for any other fast cars coming up behind them.
yeah, certainly cut the top battles. That's real.
That's
Oh.
and that's what you were saying. So Taylor not giving it up. Craig looked like he was in a good position, and Taylor's been able to hang on to that because it's been moved from the outside back to the inside corner entry line. I wonder if Craig might show the nose again here. Not just yet.
Oh, so Graham Smythe's had a whoopsie, so that's punched Nick Mitchell up in the 5th spot.
Let's have a. Oh, that must have been a big moment for Graham because he actually jumped to the pits with that. Let's have a look. Oh, yep. So, like I said, he'd really pushing those rears.
And looks like he might have had to jump back into the dishes or something.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, alright. Back to life. Wow, look at this Mason Mitchell.
It's the hottest battle out there.
They've still got an eye on Blake and Dion up the front there.
Yep,
but,
so have I. They're just holding a consistent margin. Blake probably keeping himself in a better position, I imagine. I can only assume that he might be able to save a little bit of gas just from being the car following, just as much as Craig would be at the moment as well with,
just enough
with Taylor, that it might create a chance to overlap and do a jump in pit lane. So as long as...
the racing, sorry.
No, you go. You're good. I was just going to say...
Another place for the racing is Blake Greenhill, Shane White. That'll be a good battle to watch later on. No, Blake's fast, both very fast and both competitive. So
Blake has been gaining ever slightly on Shane through the laps. I wonder if Shane's just rolled out of it a little bit. Let's see how they go. That Ferrari just starting to walk a little bit, coming out through those corners. You can see the gap margin there from second to third is about 5 seconds. Bring up the info there on screen. We can see who's made the moves. Gerald Eccleston, we'll bring him up because I was having a chat to him earlier. He's done very well from qualifying 31st, up 20 spots into 11 there. Passion Sim Racing team member there, and just sporting I think it's just a Castrol livery, or something similar.
yeah.
Gillette,
Ferrari,
maybe, not too sure. can't pick that one from here. Mi Italia.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, still cool looking livery, and well done, up 20 spots. That's yeah, and maintaining it, so
yeah, ripper.
very cool.
And another big mover is Derek Lovegrove here. That's it. better motorsports. I think it was a better better Spears was the, I think was what Sean was saying. Has a Spears business.
There you go. Yeah, better auto parts.
That's the
Side
one.
of that
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Pretty cool effort here, Mark Wright. DSA entry number 2. Both of those guys inside the top 10. And quite an awesome livery that Shane's put together for the car.
Yeah, I see a couple of other sponsors sneaking up on there. I might have to up my game.
And I just saw Craig and Taylor been exchanging position
neck and neck.
a little bit. That's Craig just sitting on that across that rear bumper.
Ooh. It's a bit of Rubbings racing, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Great to see. Craig Mason always there though, always pushing, eh?
Yeah.
Damn near call him the GT3 enforcer.
As yeah, Taylor once again just
and he's lost rears. Craig Mason's lost rears.
And here comes Nick Mitchell.
Walking by or just creeping up on him?
No, just coming up behind him now.
Yeah, wow. So yeah, Nick also just sneaking his way through the pack.
And guess what happened during that as well with the pressure coming off? Taylor jumped into the pits to be one of the first to take that. And as you called it before, Blake and Shane have got closer and closer again. It's Blake coming up onto the back of Shane White. Just Taylor Mitchell sitting there for quite a while, 16 seconds. I imagine that's pretty close to a proper fuel dump on fuel. And
yeah, what are we looking at? Trying to find those pit lane times.
Yes, I can see.
Me personally to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well.
Yeah, just 16 seconds on that one. So we'll keep an eye on the guys at the front and see if they're going to react this lap as well. Because if he's gone in, maybe they were getting low. It'll be a good telltale if anyone's taking tyres. So Blake's going to respond by going into the pits.
Yeah, and Blake coming in as well.
Yep, that's Blake, yep.
Yep.
I think I said Blake.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at the other Blake on my other screen. Yeah, sorry. Taking a bit of getting used to, but I'll suss it.
Yeah, Matt Gerard there also in the pits just as Blake cruises on by him. So what I'm going to have a look at is find Taylor Mitchell. We'll be able to see
how he comes out.
The gap margin on Blake, as Blake's just gone 10 seconds, 11, there's 12 seconds, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, 17.2 and a 16.08. So, Blake well and truly out and clear. Taylor has picked up a wee bit of distance on him after they had their. Because they've probably picked up about a second. Taylor has towards effectively second spot. You got Mark Wright, Derek Lovegrove, Christian Hermanson, Dan Turner, Scott McKenzie all reacting. They're in pits. Where's Mark Wright going to come out? Any traffic around him? No, clear air.
Yeah, be interesting. I know whether they're taking tyres or not.
Yep.
Because a lot of them are getting really loose in the rears there. So
Mark Wright's time was a 16.9. Longest one so far was Matt Gerard, a 21.8. So I reckon he's gone and thrown a tyre or two on during that stop. As we see Nick and Craig into pits. There was actually a really good strategy there by Nick Mitchell to follow Craig in. And I say that because coming into pit lane, you're mindful that you're not going to jump onto the line too hard and fast. So you might check yourself up a wee bit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so watch the car in front and
being the car following another car in, you may have the advantage of closing in on the tail of that car and closing down. We're talking about the difference of braking 30 metres later to close in towards the bumper, but you could be taking a second and a half out on track lap times where they're battling over half of a hundredth of a second each lap. So
yeah,
that difference might be is that you're effectively bringing yourself, 3, 4, 5, 6 laps closer to the car in front without having to work really hard for it, just on following them in the pits. So those two have pretty much followed each other out of pit lane, doing pretty much equal times, a 16.8 and a 16.1 in the pits. Everyone looking around that 16. Jared Eccleston, 22 seconds. James McKenzie, 22 seconds. There's Derek Lovegrove, 22 seconds. So a lot of those guys, I imagine, including Scott, have done tyres. As that was Kevin West facing the wrong way. He gone around. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at this. So Taylor Mitchell's managed to push on by Blake. So I think Blake must have been in the pits. Yeah, he is.
He got another nudge from James for the looks.
And so there's Shane White gone by. Blake's gone in a lap later, come out in front of Jonathan Turner. No, sorry, he's sitting in front of Bill Kilger there, who's down in 22nd spot. But yeah, at the moment this is where the racing action is Nick Mitchell, MRX entry.
Yeah, once in that 4th spot from Craig Mason to catch up with Taylor.
Yep, drag race here coming out of final corner. That's Michael Connell down the side of the Allports entry of Christian Hermansen.
Yeah, Christian waving his way through the crowd again. Good little battle though.
Yeah, neat battle.
A few Audis out there.
Yeah, there is.
Out there, Doug. I know you were racing one for a while there. I did a whole series with New Zealand Sim Racing in one of them.
Yep. Oh, you just disappeared there, Wayne. You dropped.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're back there now. Sorry, just say again.
Oh yeah, not the pick of the bunch, but there's a fair few out there tonight, man.
Yeah, certainly.
The Audis.
Yep. If I have a look down, an Audi in 2nd, an Audi in 4th, one in 13th, and one lonely one down there in 27th. A Bryn Thomas. If he's still with us, no, he must have disconnected. So who have we got as? So we're only now running 25 cars from our original 32.
A few broken hearts on a bloody.
That's it.
Thursday night, eh?
Yeah, 100%. And this battle still continues to be pushing on. Blake Dowdle still hunting down the graph.
Fuel saving. Well, he didn't pick it up in the pits, so.
No, that's right. The margin is there. Taylor Mitchell still cruising on. Don't know if he'll be able to make any gains to hunt down P1 and 2, because they seem pretty much eyes forward, move. It's sitting just in between second and third at the moment is Kevin West, Simblack's entry. He came out of the pits. Here we go. There's a nice one here of Blake chasing down Shane White. Quite interesting view.
Closer, that's for real.
Yeah, quite a cool view looking at it from the chopper sometimes, just seeing where different cars explore different lines coming into corners. Quite an early line there from Shane, as Blake sort of done a bit of a double apex run. I prefer to just brake a little bit later and straighter, and then turn hard back towards the apex there at Atwood Curve. It has a double.
Interesting to see the two racing lines. You're right, eh?
Yeah, it has a bit of a double kick to it, and if you've got someone sitting right on your rear bumper, well, I'll actually show it next time they come around. As Shane just makes a bit of a mistake there. Blake's going to try and come back again hard and early through here and try and get the nose down for the final corner. Hasn't been able to capitalise enough or stress Shane enough into doing that.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to lose it, but he must have just gathered it back.
Nice drag race here. It'll be fainting there. Nice move there by Blake. Bit of understeer there from Shane, and you could see Blake's was too. It was just starting to bite at the limitation.
He's lost it. He's hit the wall.
Commentator's curse while watching Blake there.
Yeah.
Has he picked up much damage?
How's the steering looking? Have a look at the inside of the steering wheel and see if he's bent or
heavily. He'll be coming in.
Yeah. Right hand down.
Aero's monstered. Hopefully he gets back okay. Shane will be having a
bit of pressure off.
No, I know Shane. Deep down he'd be going woohoo, but I know he probably would have jumped on the radio and said, "Oh, Blake," or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Obviously we can't hear the race chat if anyone's having a talk. You probably can, but I definitely can't. And the folks at home can't.
Got it on. It's been pretty quiet chat out there, to be fair.
Yeah, I know Shane would have been gutted that battle had finished, but just as much as he was having a breath of reprieve. Michael Connell's had a whoopsie. There it is. Audi killed. There it is. It's bottomed out at the rear. I know that all too well.
Boom.
How did you find the run in the Audi for you with the KSR series?
It was years ago. Eh? Oh no, sorry, it was the NZSR.
Oh sorry, yeah. Oh wait, yes.
Years ago.
NZSR run, yeah. No, that's definitely been a while.
That was before we started. A long time ago. So
yes.
Big good 4 years ago. Yeah, me and Dana did it together. It was good fun.
That was Michael Connell still facing the wrong. Oh, there's a few people not parking up on the inside of the corners there. Giving up and just having a watch of the race. Gerald Eccleston here, 9th spot currently, up 22, and has now got his sights fixed on Mark Wright there, sitting in 8th.
Yes.
And
certainly a bit of pressure.
Yeah, just a little bit. This battle's cooled off here between Nick and Craig. Craig's 7 seconds away from Taylor, and Taylor equally 7 seconds away from the leaders, who at the moment are the most glued together apart from this lot here. And
Kevin West looks like he's parked it for the night. It'd be interesting to see whether he comes back at it again.
Jump to the pits. No, Kev said he came along tonight just for a blat, nothing too serious. So if he's struggling too much, he might just give up the ghost. I can see that was quite a good wee run there for Jared. The Ferrari very cumbersome, trying to come through that last corner. You've got to try and brake very straight, let it roll through the corner, and then when it's pointed straight, get back into the gas again.
Yeah, getting a bit of a... Mark's getting a bit of pace on him.
Certainly is. So we just jumped to Shane, and we'll bring up the board there, and we'll have
Still nothing in first and second.
So Blake and Christian, the only two there that have had to take an extra stop so far for damage repairs.
Yeah, and Christian's really early on, so it'll be interesting to see whether that helps Blake out fuel percentage wise in the end, or whether he needs to take an extra stop.
Yeah. Would you like to do a flying lap one?
Could do. Go for it. Right, first corner, into the first corner. Whacking it through the gears, then a second. And yeah, round through.
Williams?
Can't even read that. Williams. Yeah, I need to get used to this. This is crazy fun. So into fourth, over 200 kilometers an hour, down through into Atwood Curve. On board of Shane White, DSA entry. Along the longest bit of straight, like you say. Down through here, no cars around, a bit of clean air. Just up to 240 kilometers an hour, whacking down the gears into the fifth corner, the hairpin, and then ducking around into the revolver. Certainly a tricky little bit of track here.
Yep.
Can bite the dirt on the right hand side there, and then yeah, funny little straight here, and then back it right off into Hobbs.
It is a hard wee straight, that one. It ludes you into wanting to go faster.
Yeah, and this is tricky little undulation here, and yeah, that's hard to get right after whacking it down in the first. Coming around through Mike Knight's corner and into the last corner. Yeah, hot lap of Okayama Amateur as Wayne Bloor.
Nah, that was good, man. And there we go. We see Shane, as we said, is going into the first corner there. Who else we got going on
I've certainly heard better thrown in the deep end first.
Yeah, someone out the back. Ooh.
Cole Taylor.
Cole Taylor, was it? I reckon he's had a monster. Let's have a look and see that. Oh no, it must have been someone else, because this is down at the hairpin.
Oh, Blake Dow.
Oh.
Our second spot. Always happens, eh? As soon as
yeah, so I've got Blake passing Dion, so we'll go and have a look at this, and we'll let it run out. So I'll just put it on this camera here. So this is P2 passing P1. He's done that pretty well. And then what's happened is he jumped the curb too much.
Yeah, but a lot of the curb. No, I made it around there fine. No, we're still looking good, so we'll keep following it, because, yeah, that was a wicked bit of racing there for Blake to overtake. For sure.
It did say he crashed.
Yeah, I've got him locking rears when I double check.
Yeah, and then Dion passed him again for P1, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Good bit of racing here, so
might as well hang on, so there might be a few more corners up.
Just there you can see the rear just biting loose, so but still going.
Oh, you'll see it. Lap 24, 38.34 seconds into the race.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is. and Dion walks by. Such
Yep.
shame there, Blake. And I'm taking it. Taylor Mitchell didn't quite get there
No.
from that little incident, so
There's Taylor there. And Craig Mason and Nick Mitchell coming on by with, I believe, Cole... No, it wasn't Cole Taylor, sorry. Some lovely gentleman in a Mercedes letting them go by. Might have been Matt Gerard, actually, position 19. It was too. Number 169, Matt Gerard, letting them by. There's Craig on the flashes.
flashing his lights. Yeah.
So affectionately
I'm coming.
called the flasher. He said, "I've caught back up to you, Taylor. The battle's on, brother."
Yeah, he has too. So
So that margin there, just down to 700ths of a second.
Yeah,
but,
and Dad not too far behind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's in a Mitchell sandwich.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how this pans out. How much longer we got left?
About 7 minutes. So be interesting to see. Oh, Craig just went blowing by. Taylor falling way back. I wonder if he's run out of gas.
Craig Mason past Taylor Mitchell.
Jump on board with. Unless
Unless
Taylor
it
had
was
a
the-
slowdown.
Could be the flashing lights putting him off and saying, no, I don't want to race you, I'll just let you by.
I reckon he's had a slowdown. If we look back here, Craig Mason past Taylor Mitchell. Whoa.
Not really a position to slow down there in the middle of the track. But
No, and Nick Mitchell following on suit as well. And braking early there for Dad. Maybe that was just the time difference there. As we just have a look back at the racing here, as Nick's certainly close that margin down, or bring up the info here. Did Blake crash again?
Yeah, just have a quick look. Must be getting a bit loose in the rears.
Yeah. So we've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, same again. Same
corner?
Loose in the rears. Yeah.
So if we click on Blake, he's there. It's just coming out through the hairpin.
Certainly be losing some time to these guys.
Yeah, so he's just finished coming out of Piper, coming up to Hobbs, and there's Craig and Nick just come out of Piper themselves, coming down that straight towards Hobbs. So they've only got one car between them, and it looks to be about. Golly, what's that time margin there? Try that one. Oh, don't you love it when it doubles up? Yeah, still a wee margin between those.
Yeah, 7 seconds, and Taylor's brought it in the pit lane.
There we go. So again, that last splash of gas before getting through to the end. Dion comfortably at the lead now with a 3 second margin. Craig's moved up into third. Shane White looking pretty good and handsome with himself there in 5th.
Yeah, a bit of race room around him. Mike Connell just looking back, he's certainly taken a while to get his re-entry sorted from that little incident, and nothing to write home about there other than well done for nice re-entry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking back, just keeping an eye on things.
You're good. Yeah. Racer of the match has definitely got to be Gerald Eccleston here, up 23 spots into
Wow.
8th. Certainly done the big capitalise off people's other drama and keeping clean for himself. Just behind him, doing very well as well, still inside the top 10 is Mark Wright, as we see Dun dun dun. Blake Grenhall on the hunt there.
Yeah. So Blake's taken 2 stops. Be interesting to see if we get that thing home after that
Yes.
little incident with the
Whether there
wall
was.
earlier on.
I imagine the guys only need a splash for their last pit stop, and I think looking at Taylor's last
Oh,
pit
pit
stop
lane
of
time, yeah,
of,
6
of 6
seconds. Yeah.
seconds, might be enough. Blake Grenhall's one when he came in under damage was 4 seconds, so it'd be interesting to see if it's enough to drag it on through. As there's only a couple of laps, a couple of minutes and probably a couple of laps left. Blake getting into the draft zone now, well and truly, just under half a second gap. Nice and deep under brakes coming into first corner.
Yeah, pulled that up very well.
He's very handy, old Blake. I do call him the dark sheep.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, worked his way through this crowd.
Very unfortunate. Obviously, his issue earlier tapping into the wall whilst having that very close battle with Shane. But I wonder if he's got enough left in him to get one more position and take Shane's teammate Mark.
Yeah, be interesting.
There's
good to see
Blake there, the property edge. Lovely blue BMW M6 GT3.
Yeah, commercial real estate in Auckland area, so check him out for leasing and yeah, property management. So.
I did say to Blake, I said, mate, we've got to get you sorted about a week's sponsorship. We keep giving you these free plugs.
Yeah. I've been doing it for years.
I know.
He must have got a huge amount of business from all of our streams, because we certainly get some watches.
He is ever grateful. He does enjoy it, and he says it sincerely. So he's either a really good businessman or he's genuine.
Well, they were saving for a house, and I see they bought one, so
yeah,
that's all good. Yeah.
Here we go. Christian Hermansen doing a wee bit better now, but possibly still needs to make one more stop. Up into 12th. Mark's coming back out
in the pit lane.
Out of the pits now.
Second stop.
Yeah. Craig still sitting in third, a gap of nearly 1.4 back to Nick Mitchell there. Shane still comfortably just lapping it there in fifth. He'll be happy with that, a good result. He'd had a bit of an average one at Phillip Island, so he'll be looking to get some points back in the bag. I think his teammate Mark Wright's actually ahead of him, as Dion de Graaf's taking the checkered flag.
Flashing the lights, and there we go. Dion, well done, lead the race, mate.
Sorry that we missed that, but well done, Dion. Blake in second. There's Craig, took third. Good battle there with Nick Mitchell. Shane White across the line. Yep. Jonathan Turner just rolling through.
Shane White up 5 spots.
M&M entry, looking really cool. Taylor Mitchell celebrating in Taylor Mitchell style. Yep, 7th. Gerald Eccleston took
up 23 spots. Yeah, like
Blake.
Wow.
Blake did manage to bring it home. So unlucky there for Mark, because he must have just been about to run out on that last lap. So he dropped back to 14.
Wow. Yeah.
Cole Taylor there rounding out position number 10. So there you go. There's your top 10 finishes for the evening. A credit to Bill Kilgore. I see your name snuck there inside the top 20 there, and 18th, up 9 from where you started. Great stuff.
Halfway through the grid, so well done, Bill, and massive shout out to Allports Gaming, sussing us out for another season. And yeah, this is what you get: 32 cars on track, battling it out over the Christmas break. So yeah,
That's
good
up.
fun. Cheers to all the drivers.
Yeah. Shall we quickly drag Shane up for a hello?
Yeah, sounds great.
G'day Shane. Pulled you up into the lounge, mate, just as we see you rolling there into pit lane. You did credit to the DSA entry this evening. Pretty good result, up 5 from where you started and to finish 5th.
He must be celebrating early, is he?
Shane!
I had
Oh,
my
here
mic
he is.
muted.
There you
That's,
go.
that's why that's why Mark was carrying on before, like he couldn't hear me because he couldn't.
Oh,
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so helped by some fuel saving. I
yes.
recognised as I came out of the pits, JRT was telling me that I was a litre short, so I just fuel
Wow.
saved. As soon as Blake had taken his stop, I started fuel saving while I had position.
Yes.
Had to fend him off because he managed to get an extra lap in that BMW, so he was probably going to not need to save any.
Yeah, so Blake,
But
yeah,
I was
obviously had
fortunate
that.
but unfortunate for him that he had that off while he was trying to get past me. But fortunate for me in that it took all that pressure off, and I was able to just focus on getting that number and then just driving home.
Yeah, so
Well done, man.
Mark, your teammate obviously wasn't able just to do that and did have to do a splash on the last lap. He was sitting inside the top 10 in 9th with Blake hunting him down, and he just sort of finished the race there in 14th. So you might have to hit up your sponsors there, Shane, and look at possibly branching out and getting some JRT software for your teammates so that they can
Or
capitalise
give
like
him
you
some
did.
more gas.
Kick the jerry can over to him a couple of times whilst in there in the pits, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, very
good.
cool.
Oh,
Very
well,
cool.
well, while you're here, Shane, as I did with Craig the other night, would you like to wrap us up for the evening?
Sure thing. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe, and join us next Tuesday for the V8 at, I believe they're at Oschersleben.
Very cool. Thank you very much for that. And Wayne, thank you for joining me in the lounge. And to all of you at home, thank you very much. Allports Gaming, DSA, and iRacing, thank you very much for having us here this evening for round 3 of the GT3s. We'll catch you.